Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you the Reiki session that I'm about to get with my good friend Petrina. I'm sitting outside her house right now waiting for my session to start, and the magic has already begun. I was at home just a little while ago doing a meditation, and I heard Spirit tell me that I needed to be more hydrated, right? And so what do? I just ignore it and continue doing my thing. And then I get a text message from Petrina, and she says, make sure you're hydrated before you come. Now, I know what she was doing. She's tapping into spirit, asking what's going on, right? And it's just amazing how connected everything is. The last time I got a Reiki healing from Petrina, all I said to myself was I want my root chakra worked on. And when I got here, she told me how she connected with spirit and asked what I needed healing, and they told her root chakra. She already had it written down. So it's quite amazing how everything flows. But I'm about to go in, and I'll pick up this video after my session and let you guys know how it goes. Hey, what's going on? It's actually the day after my Reiki session with Petrina. I didn't have time to make a follow-up video. I realized being in New Westminster, I was halfway to Third Beach, and I was like, even though I got a busted up rib, I got to go sit on Third Beach. So I did that. I'm actually waiting for an x-ray. Left the emergency. It was like a 4 or 5 hour wait. Figured I'd come make a video or two. So anyways, here we are, a day after my Reiki session with Petrina. I'll leave a link down below. If you're in the lower mainland, you'd like to give her a try, I highly recommend her services. Affordable and very effective. One of the signs to tell that you had a good energy healing is how much you pee after. And driving from New West to English Bay, there was twice where I thought I was going to explode. So it was definitely a good session. And every time I go to get a healing from Petrina, it's like something new happens. I always say to myself, one of these days it's just going to be a regular Reiki session, but she's always learning new things and trying new stuff. And when I got there, it was quite amazing because I've been working with Petrina for so long now that, in the beginning I used to have a mile-long list, and now I don't have any lists because I know she knows what she's doing and she can tap into the stuff that needs to be healed. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if I had to say something, what would it be? And I would be like, okay, work on my root and heart chakra. And so when I go inside, Petrina has all these notes from tapping into my guides prior. And she says, okay, we're going to work on your root and heart chakra. And it's just like, I've had a lot of crazy experiences, but when you have synchronicities like this with spirit, it never gets old. And so before I lay down and get a Reiki healing, she gets me to stand up and start doing some breathing with my eyes closed. And we started doing some muscle testing. And the next thing I know, she starts placing her hand on each one of my chakras and removing trapped energy from them, right? And when she gets down to my root chakra, she says, oh, Jesus has entered the room and is telling me that he would like me to step aside so that he can perform the healing on my root chakra. Now I was like, okay. Now the state I was in at this moment was, whenever I get a Reiki healing and whenever I go visit Petrina, I'm pretty pumped. She's her energy is awesome and I love getting healing. So, I'm in a good mood, right? And she's got her hand on my chest, one on my back, and I'm just in this meditative state. And when she said that Jesus had entered and wanted to perform the healing for the root chakra, she kind of did like a play-by-play, right? And she says he's pulling out trapped energy. And when she said now he's pulling out sadness, I went from a place of being, pretty happy to almost in tears. I could feel something energetically happening in my root chakra, and to go from one state to the other, it was just crazy, because pulling out the emotion of sadness, I could feel it. And one thing that she said, you know, he started pulling out blame, removing blame energy that was trapped, right? And she says, she's like, as she's channeling Jesus, she's like, yeah, this guy likes to blame me for a few things, so let's remove some blame. And you know, it's just crazy to me, because nobody really knows my intimate relationship with Jesus. You know, it hasn't been always an amazing thing, like positive thing, right? Like, it's real good lately, but you know, going through suicidal depression suicidal divorce, I almost said suicidal depression back in 2014, you know, I didn't always have the most polite words. So for her to know that, or to just channel that, saying it's coming from Jesus, to me is proof that you know, she's on to something. But that healing alone was just so profound. And one thing I found interesting that she said, that Jesus said, when he pulled out this energy from my root chakra, he said, oh, this one's extremely spiky. And what that reminded me of, that I found real interesting, was, if you've ever heard of the Japanese scientist Dr. Yakamoto, who conducted an experiment where he took one jar of water, sent it love, another jar of water, sent it hatred, and then he froze it, put it under a microscope. And what he found was that the jar that was frozen with love energy was like snowflakes, and the images from the jar that were frozen, that were sent hatred, were jagged. So it's just a reminder, you know, we're 80% water, and if I was harboring some resentment energy, it formed as spikes, and here we are hearing that it's being removed as spikes, all this blame and trapped energy, right? So I found that super interesting. And I was so worn out from this healing. When she told me to lay down for the Reiki session, I was like, oh man, I thought we were done. It was just so intense. And you know, it's amazing to hear her say things about my body that nobody would know. And you know, just gotta do this, gotta do that, this is trapped because of that. It's just so fascinating to me. It really is the best $60 you can spend. You know, I always give her 100 just because I feel so amazing after, and it really is something to try out. So if you've never tried Reiki, you're from the Lower Mainland, check out the link below, give Petrina a try. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.